Hello, little seasoners, and welcome to the Third Advent YouTube channel. Please visit my YouTube channel profile and About page to find my Google Drive link so you can view and or download my free study book. The Egyptian cross is called the Ankh, and it represents allegedly life, Egyptology. And I went ahead and put that word through the septenary cipher, aka the English cipher, and this theoretical study will be demonstrating how we can find the beginning and the end of Daniel chapter 9, verse 24's timeline of the year 5150, that it starts for the 490 years and the 490 years ends in 5640, or the theoretical second coming year. This is how I did it. I simply took the numbers 1136 after Ankh, A-N-K-H, as you can see, were decoded, and divided them by the gematria total of 11. And in step one, that process is shown, and it came to 103. And from earlier studies for the last few years in computing with jubilees, I knew certain numbers stood out, and I recognized it right away that if a 50-year jubilee is divided into the year 5150, the theoretical Daniel chapter 9 key year that unlocks most of Daniel chapter 9's timeline period, the sum 103 comes up, representing the 103rd jubilee, if you will, in example number 2. So we used a 50-year jubilee in this example because the numbers demonstrated this information. And then we're going to look at A, B, and C now. And I just took 1136 sum again from Ankh being decoded and times it by 11. And we came to 12,496. So I'm just taking the decoded information and looking for any kind of timeline clues or jubilee clues and doing lots of calculations to see what numbers can stand out to theoretically give us timeline clues. So in B, we just took the 12 and 496 from the 12 and the 12,496. We reduced them with addition, and we came to 508. And depending on what side of Jerusalem you are, you either read a page book from right to left or left to right. So in this example, knowing 805 from right to left is the 805th Jubilee, that's what I continue to do in the process of C. So I discover an esoteric year of 5640 by using a 7-year Jubilee cycle into the year 5640, which gives me the 805th Jubilee idea that we get from B. Even though it says 508, we're reading from right to left, which could be an 805 clue. So now we take the theoretical second coming year we discussed, which is 5640, and then we take the 103 clue, which we know when 5150 is divided by a 50-year Jubilee, and of course most of us are very familiar with that number 5150, but we don't know why it's popular. The public is ignorant of why the media and other sources use this secret or esoteric number, and they flaunt it in our faces. And maybe it is correct that it is the Daniel chapter 9 key year to unlock the mystery timeline in that infamous chapter. So in D, we just took the two sums that we figured out, 5640, the second coming year theoretical, and the 5150 Daniel chapter 9 key year, and we subtracted them from each other, and 490 was resulted. In Daniel chapter 9:24, 70 weeks times 7 days, or divine 7 completion, equals 490-year timetable for that prophecy. Those you don't understand how that was calculated, that's how it's done. It's done with the 7 days, 7-year jubilee, or you could say divine completion 7. It represents 2 or 3 things. And so the example here shows that we can see the start year and the end year for theoretically when Daniel chapter 9 verse 24's 490-year prophecy was fulfilled. And consider, for those who do not know, that the Jewish Hebrew calendar today tells us we're in the year 5784, and 5640 was quite a while ago. So something's not right in the timetable if this information is correct, of course. I hope you found this information interesting. Hope it made sense to you. I also wrote a theoretical study book. It's 137 pages, and it's done with information like this that I think some people will find interesting. And the videos on the Third Advent YouTube channel are walkthroughs for each page. So if anybody doesn't want to own and they just want to kind of sit there and listen, I walk them through how I did it, and I use a consistent pattern of jubilees, the English/septenary cipher, and the heavenly sign to come up with these theoretical timeline ideas that may be given to us to figure out, because our forefathers that came out of the millennial kingdom knew a great deception would happen, and they were taught to probably leave some symbols and signs around outside of the Word of God to help us find our place in time, um, if that is the case. May God bless you. Please subscribe to my channel, spread the word, download my free book. There's no strings attached, and may God bless you and your families. Thanks.